if you haven't subscribed, do that down there.
Yeah, please
and
do.
thumb it up.
Yeah, and tell your friends.
And tell your friends' friends.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to review Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yeah, so this is a movie that you recommended to me that I hadn't seen and I caught up with. And
I wanted to see it in the theater, and I don't think our theater ever got it around here. Surprise, surprise.
I think it maybe played for
one
a
of
couple
those
weeks.
movies that played for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks or so.
But anyways, it came out on DVD. I didn't get around to it right away because I had a lot of shit going on in my life, and I finally got around to watching it, and it lived up to my expectations.
Well, based upon your recommendation, I watched it, and quite frankly, I was surprised. I enjoyed this movie as well. There was a lot of things going on in this movie.
Yeah, this wasn't your typical teenage comedy movie. This was a movie that was a little bit darker, had a lot more substance to it.
It was. Based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it was. And
stories about this kid returning to school after some tragedy.
Yeah, it was freshman year in high school, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, freshman year in high school.
And
year.
Basically, he's an outcast from everybody.
Yep.
And he becomes friends with a couple people at the school.
Yeah, a couple of seniors actually.
That are also outcasts.
Yeah, and they're odd too, in their own sort of way.
Definitely.
But man, I tell you what, in that first half hour of that movie, I mean, he saw so much stuff that I don't think that he'd ever experienced before. And
exactly.
I just, watching him throughout this movie process it and figure out what was going on and try to find himself along the way too. It was just a fun watch.
Exactly. You get to see him discovering new music, discovering girls, discovering love.
Yeah, any kind of relationship, because I mean it just wasn't girls that he was.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I tell you that this was a true coming of age story for this day and age.
Yes, this is definitely like a John Hughes movie for this generation.
Yeah, I throw this out there, and I would say it's pretty in pink for this day and age.
Definitely.
Yeah, and thoroughly enjoyable. I was stunned. I thank you for telling me to watch this movie. Because
Emma Watson was amazing in this movie.
Emma Watson,
Mae Whitman.
Yeah, let her hair down, and boy, she played a fine Janet, in the Rocky Horror Picture Show scene. You guys got to see that to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, if you don't know, if you haven't seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, you need to go out and rent Rocky Horror Picture Show. And if there is a midnight showing anywhere around you,
get it. Go see it.
I'm sorry, but you're going to be marked with a V for Virgin for your first time.
But you'll be fine.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it.
You'll be auctioned off at the beginning of the movie. But that's okay.
But we digress. There were only a couple of scenes in the movie, but it was nice to see her let her hair down after the Harry Potter movies, and actually grasp a different character that, quite frankly, I didn't expect her to, take this character where it went.
Exactly. This movie, you think it's going one way, and then it gets dark.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I really enjoyed this movie. I saw a lot of aspects of things I did with my friends back in the day. Rocky Horror Picture Show, partying, all that type of stuff.
But man, I tell you, I don't think that I ever saw that much that guy did in such a short amount of time. And I tell you, that I don't know how realistic that is, but man, I tell you, it was fun to watch his character evolve throughout the movie, and I think that everybody else out there would have a good time watching it.
And this is based off a book. I myself haven't read it. In fact, I hadn't even heard about the book until I did a little research on the movie. What would you say is the bad of this movie?
Maybe too much too fast. Maybe that first half hour is quite. They threw a lot of stuff at him so fast. Maybe it was just too much too fast that first half hour. Maybe if they spread it out just a little bit more. But I mean, that's a small thing.
Right.
It's a very small thing.
The only thing I might have a little complaint about is if we found out the reason why he was out of school and what had happened to him a little bit earlier in the movie, it might have changed our outlook.
Yeah, because you really didn't find that out. Now, this isn't really a spoiler until the end of the movie. And it did kind of put a nice little bow on it, and you kind of say, oh, yeah, okay, then you were
However,
looking back.
they never outright said what happened.
Right.
It was all implied.
It was all implied, yes.
I definitely would recommend picking this movie up from a Redbox or whatever video stores in town.
Online, whatever you got to do. Yeah, I would recommend it as well.
My final grade for this movie is a B+. I thought it was good all the way through. Just little nitpicks that make it fall under A.
Yeah, I'd give it a B, solid B. Yeah, no problem there. Yeah, it was a good movie, and I recommend it to everybody as well.
See you next time.